Hello everybody, Sergeant Solch here, we're back with Breaking Rust, and we're on the Rusted City server. It's like 2 hours before the wipe, so I wanted to do something really quick just to show something really cool because I might not get the time to later. And that is this. It is a building exploit that allows you to use the roof as a wall for your base. And with the upcoming buff to the roof where it gives you like double the health or durability and a fraction of the cost to make it, I think this could be an exploit that a lot of people may end up using. So it goes like this. This is the house that I built. It's a normal looking house. It's got 2 layers of, ooh, that foundation I forgot to place. It's got 2 layers of windows at the top. It's got 2 little towers on it. Who are you? Nico, what are you doing in there? It's just a normal looking house. No big deal, right? So when we go inside of the house and look in here, everything's pretty normal, right? No big deal. Got a long hallway of doors. This is a little difficult to build this house. As you're going to see why in a little bit, you have to kind of finagle a few things, but as we work our way around, just a lot of airlocks. That's going to happen. We come to this side and we see a roof. What is a roof doing inside the house, you say? Well, with the new bonus to the roof health of 1,000 for stone and 2,000 for metal, you can make something that looks like this. It is a very long, narrow hallway. Yes, you could fit furnaces, you could fit this tool cabinet, tool cupboard, on top of triangles that are in between here, a bunch of large storage on top of signs. You could fit a bed in here. Really, really, really cool looking, but it doesn't really show that well because I built around it. So let me just kind of poke through the wall. And this is all a roof. All of it. It's all roof. In order to blow straight through this, you have to do 2 C4 on this wall. If this were armored, it would be 8 C4 to get through this, and then an additional 2 C4 if it's stone. If this was all armored, you're looking at, bad math, really, really bad math, 16 C4 just to penetrate this wall, the roof, and the outside wall, if it was all armored. And that is after the update, by the way. So how did I do this? Well, here comes the actual exploit part. You take a foundation, and then you put a floor hanging off of it. Once you have the floor hanging off, you can actually attach a roof straight to that floor, just like this. And then you're able to put a foundation underneath that, and you now have a roof sitting on top of a foundation. So here's how I made the really narrow house. I did the door stacking method, so I built out 1 half moon with the triangle facing out, and then I scaled back 2 foundations so that it was slightly indented, and then with it indented, you're able to place a doorway. The doorway will only go on the outside of the roof. It will not work on any of these inside ones. So keep that in mind. It has to be on the outside, which is why we have the door right here. This is that we're just looking at. Oop, going too fast, sorry. So once we have our door on, we can then, because it's attached to the roof now, remove that foundation, and look, it stays. It's magic. So we remove that. Now we're gonna build a couple out. We actually want to replace this foundation here. Come on. There you go. Sometimes you have to crouch to get the place. Let's see, 1, 2, yeah. So we build from where our original foundation was that I removed by accident, that red one right there. You build 3 out, and then from the third one, you take the first 2 back, add a roof, which can be tricky to get them to stick. So, oh, there we go. We might have to dance a little bit. Come back, place your roof. And then getting the foundations to go under the roof can be a little difficult. Sometimes you gotta like build around. Just like that, there we go. All right, so then you can remove all this, remove all that, oops. And then there you go, now you have it. So you're probably thinking to yourself, well, Sergeant Solch, this isn't exactly the way that it looked when you had built it before. You know, it looked a little different. How did you do it? Well, once you're inside here, and I'm gonna clear some of this out, I wanted to make sure that it was easy to be seen how I went from step to step. And if you know what the door stacking method is, it's fairly simple. No. Okay, that looks good. Alright, so let me get this foundation in there. No. In here. Alright, so like what you had seen on the fully built house, you can put your walls in here. The wall that you built will replace the fake wall that's attached to the roof. So, did I put that on the other side? I did. There we go. Alright, so I'm not going to build all the roofs. You guys, you know, you see it over here. You saw me place the first one. You'll figure it out. So, I'll put these walls here to simulate what the other one looks like, because you all saw it. And then do this. This is the tricky part, is getting these triangle floors into here. I had a really hard time doing it, so it might take you a few tries. Sometimes you kind of gotta dance around a little bit. There we go. Now I'm using the auto upgrade tool. It'll work if you do it with Twig and then upgrade it. There we go. Come on. You just gotta find that sweet spot. Sometimes you gotta jump down, or almost jump down. There we go. Alright, so I'm only going to go this far out. You can go further out if you want to. You don't have to. And then from here, I don't remember how I closed this up. How did I do this? I believe I did this. No. How did I close that up down there? That's the only problem with finishing the build, is I can't remember how I closed this up now. Let me see if I can peek in here real quick. So there's our last triangle. Okay. I cannot remember. I think I did triangles around it then. And that was it. There it is. Yep, that was it. Okay, cool. So I did triangles all the way around it. And getting the stick, because the foundations no longer line up, can be a little difficult, but all in all, it still works fine. Now remember, these are all supposed to be roofs. So it's essentially going to look like this on the other side as well. Now once you're in here, oh, I don't have any signs. Hold on. I believe I used the medium signs. I got a lot of stuff in my inventory. Nope, it was the large signs. Large signs work very well with this. Yeah, there we go. You gotta try to cover up as much of the holes in the floor as you can so that you're not falling through them. Which, I mean, it's not a big deal to have them, but it's a mild annoyance to be constantly falling through your floor. So, like that, okay, and then you could very easily, where is it? 2 furnaces, 1, 2, 3, 4 chests, and our tool cupboard. Did I drop? No, I didn't drop that. Alright, 2 furnaces, let's grab our chests. Alright, so the tool cupboard, because of the way it's built, it's very easy to put in the back and not have to deal with it again. And then I put my furnaces directly in front of that. It's going to be a little difficult to get them to place right. Oop, there's 1. And 2. There we go. You can put furnaces, tool cabinets, tool cupboards, and chests on top of signs. So that's what's really helping us here, is being able to do that. And then we put our 4 chests. Bam, there we go. So it's a very narrow house, but as I was saying over there, as of right now it's stone. So if we were to put our other stuff back on here, if we were to put our stone walls up like so, turn them around. In order to bust through this, with the new health values for the roof, it would take 2 C4 for the wall. This would have 1,000 HP, so it would take, I believe, 4 C4 for this, and then an additional 4 C4 for this wall. You're looking at 8 C4 just to get through this one block. If you upgraded these roofs to armored, then you're looking at 12 C4 to get through the blocks. If you did the roofs, the inside wall, and the outside wall, 16 C4 just to get through this block. Now, if you had enough room, you could build all around this. As you see with mine, I only built I'm going way too fast. I built 1 foundation around, that's it. You can keep going further out. It'll still work, and you can bury this within a maze of a house, and it will work perfectly fine. Essentially, this is your panic room. That is going to be very difficult to get into. And you don't have to worry necessarily about people, hitting the floor down here, because it's really not all that accessible. They can go through the foundations down here, but with the roof on, as you can see, it's pretty well covered. So as long as you keep your foundation height a little on the lower side, you don't have to worry about it so much. See, on this side, it's pretty high, and the roof doesn't really cover all that well. Oops, didn't go that far. So, but anyway, that's pretty much it for this exploit. It's a build exploit. It's probably one that a lot of people already know, but I figured with the roof update coming up pretty soon, it would be a very interesting one to have, because I have a feeling that FacePunch wants people to use the roof more often, and until the building system gets fixed that allows you to stack certain things together, this is just going to be one of those, you know, exploits that people might end up using. Personally, I don't see this as a bannable exploit because, you know, you're not doing anything special to achieve it. You're just building. You know, it's not like you're, you know, hiding something inside of a foundation or doing something crazy like that. You're just building. One last thing I want to show, the roof on this. If you look over here, you can kind of see how there's two floors that are stacked together. That's the easiest way to do it. It creates a kind of a seamless look if you kind of stack them like this. Ooh, that one kind of jumps there. But you gotta kind of play around with it a little bit to get it to the way you like it. And I think just by showing you the basics of what you can do with it, hopefully if you're experienced with building, it'll give you some ideas to go, oh, I can do this, I can do that. And that's kind of what I wanted to show. It's still an exploit, it's still breaking Rust, it's still kind of cheap, but it's one exploit that I actually support it being used until they fix the building system. So anyway, this video is going on for way too long. I tried to keep it as informative as I could, but I don't want it to go any longer. So this was Sergeant Solj with Breaking Rust. We're looking at the roof house exploit, and we'll see you in the next Breaking Rust video. Bye-bye! Thank you so much for watching Breaking Rust, a series dedicated to exposing bugs, glitches, and exploits in the game of Rust. The idea is to get these videos into the hands of game developers as soon as possible, so please share this video to help achieve that. If you know of any bugs you'd like to have featured in an episode, please let me know in the comments below.